pensions, further cuts in public sector wages, a large part of public investment in infrastructure is going to go, and generally, I mean, they would just fill in the boxes in their multiple choice question as demanded by the powers that be in Brussels, in Berlin, and in Frankfurt.
It sounds slightly trivial if you put it like that, but we're talking about huge sums of money here, and what's at stake is another huge sum of money, about 170 billion in terms of bailout funds. Is there a risk that some of these decisions are being made a little bit too hastily?
The greatest risk is that when you have an economy which is imploding and whose tax base is being diminished daily as a result of the recession, it's easy to make cuts. I mean, it's not politically easy, but technically you simply make cuts. You just reduce pensions and wages and investment. But then that fuels the recession, which further cuts into the tax base, which further inflames the deficits. So what has been happening now for 2 years, this typical debt deflationary spiral, is going to be given another twirl, and very, very soon, all the best laid plans of the European Union and the IMF for Greece are going to be laid in ruins yet again.
Greece has been stuck in this recessionary spiral for the best part of the last 5 years. Now it's stuck in, as you were hinting at, an austerity spiral. Given your insights, having worked for George Papandreou during these difficult times, how long do you think Greece will be stuck in this austerity spiral for?
Let me clarify something. I was an advisor while Papandreou was in opposition, not while he was in government. But let me just answer your question. Greece is utterly incapable of escaping this downward spiral while it cannot devalue, while Europe is treating this as an illiquidity problem when it is a solvency problem, and while in the final analysis it is not at all clear that the European Union, and Germany in particular, retains even a modicum of hope or ambition that Greece can be stabilized.
John Varoufakis, I also want to ask you, do you think that the Eurozone finance ministers deciding on what's going to be tabled in front of them this time tomorrow will go for these plans anyway? Because as you just said, a lot of political capital has been spent on this, but we don't yet know whether the next Greek government that comes into power in April will actually carry out any of these cuts.
Well, let me be frank and stick my head out for you. I think that what will happen is that Greece will be kept on a drip feed until at least the French presidential election. So Greece is going to be given just enough money to repay its creditors until after Mr. Sarkozy is or is not elected. And then after that, Germany will have to make a final decision on whether it wants to cut Greece loose.
Okay, John Varoufakis, the head of the economics department at the University of Athens, also a former advisor to former Greek Prime Minister George Papandreou. We really appreciate your time here on World Business Day and the frankness of your views. Many thanks for coming on the show. Mackie. That's right.